Welcome back to the VTuber News. This is Salvi, the one who resides on the right side of your screen most of the time, and I'm here now just to remind you guys that I do have a goal for, at the very least until my birthday in June. I would love to be able to reach 20k subscribers, so if you could please subscribe and continue to watch these videos whenever you have a chance, I would really appreciate it. Just a small reminder, of course, and do enjoy the rest of the video. She got attacked after recently having her hiatus reasons be, leaked on the internet. And this is Sameko Saba, an independent English-speaking VTuber who debuted in June 2025. She got to 1 million subscribers in under 3 days because of who she used to be in the Blue Dorito company. And she has been in hiatus for a bit. At least for streaming hiatus, she has been able to do other things. Like she recently had a festival with Kuraga Roa that she did. Festival kind of thing where she would go to not only in Japan but in the US, different festivals, and she had her own little thing there that she was promoting and doing. But returning to streaming was not yet in the cards for her, and even that has gotten her some hate, as we're going to hear. It says the way people talk about Saba now dragging Iron Mouse into it makes me so sad. Let's take a look at what people are saying here, and then we'll take a look at the way people are responding to what people are saying here. It says, it's amazing how we almost 10 years into the Senzawa, guys. I'm blank right now, so I can't stream. Stay tuned for the next merch drop spiel, and it works even better than before. So, chronic illness don't tend to just vanish actually. Plus, hospital visits are expensive. She needs some income to pay for them since she can't work because of said chronic illness. No worries at the moment, but my coincidence, her birthday's coming up, and we'll have an opportunity to give her your money. So yeah, someone is just saying this is a money grab. That is vile. And that is just, it is just absolutely vile for people to say that. It says, learned it from Iron Mouse saying she has a terminal illness, yet she's still alive. She says she has a chronic illness. Iron Mouse never said she was terminal. Never said she was terminal. These people are just bringing stuff up out of nowhere. Like, honestly, I don't think I've ever seen, no, I've never seen Iron Mouse use the words terminal in describing herself. Chronic, yes. Primary immunodeficiency, yes. Makes her extremely weak and makes it very dangerous for her to go out. Yes, she's mentioned that. Terminal, no. Chronic illness is not terminal illness. It's your fault for expecting basic pattern recognition from chum buds. Works every time. People are really just, I don't know, they're seeing the worst in things. And it is so very sad to see this. Says it ain't broke, don't fix it. Also, not surprise me if Senzawa Gura Saba turned out to be some blank scammer, just like Elfin Psyop. Dear Lord. The I am dying gimmick will continue working for as long as it continues working for Iron Mouse, I'm afraid. Again, these gimmicks never happened. And then there are people who I won't show here, of course, because I don't want you to send them hate or anything. There are people who are like, well, even if you have a chronic illness, you should still be able to let us know what's going on, because there was silence for, well, I think around 4 or 5 months about the issue. And someone says, I have a chronic illness, I'm able to speak out and say and do things that I need to do, blah, blah, blah. People were equating their illness to what, in this case, Saba has, which everyone deals with their illnesses differently. And if it is as severe as it seems to be for her, her focusing on her health and not going out into the internet and spreading it and saying, this is what's happening, is not actually a bad thing. I mean, she's actually focusing on getting better in order to get back on time. And here we go down here with the reactions people have. Never would have expected this from a guy using a picture of Michelle Obama's head photoshopped onto a man's body as a PFP. The Venn diagram of VTubing's most volatile haters and right-wing no-lifers is always a perfect circle. Well, it's Mega Chud territory. Not surprising me, Senzawa Gurasawa turned out to be some blank scammer. Brother, what? Not gonna lie, I'm actually chuckled reading that. How could someone generally believe that? A lot of people knew her previous VTuber identity. Yeah, we already knew. Mostly know who she was. That's an actual tourist. She's been visible on YouTube for 15 effing years. Pretty easy to ignore such weak bait. I wonder if they're the type of people who get annoyed when Make-A-Wish kids get their wishes, but then don't end up dying. And so they never thought about that. They have to be the same type of people. Yeah, it's just like the lowest of the low to do this. For anybody that has an illness this way. Yes, unfortunately, there are people who do take advantage of illnesses and do take advantage of an illness that they don't have in order to be able to, get sympathy. But she's not one of them, though. Idiots still think chronic and terminal are the same thing, as some of the chronic is the type of one that can blank me and will have operations soon to remove it permanently. Until then, one of the differences, chronic can disappear and reappear. Terminal with you to the end. Chronic, think of chronos, means time. Terminal means, a term. It's going to, terminal is basically near the end of life. That's what terminal is, in general. Chronic is different. And acute is also different. Acute is severe. Acute is, in this moment, it is really bad. In this time period, it is really bad. Chronic is long time, more than likely. I have some chronic illnesses myself, and that just means it's a long time. It's not, it can get worse, better, but it's not going to disappear, usually, unless you have an operation to get rid of the specific thing that's causing the chronic issue. But in general, chronic illnesses do not go away. But they can be terminal, but not always. And in fact, I think over 90% of the time, they're just chronic and not terminal in any way. In their last stage of development, usually being highly lethal, is what's meant that I apologize. Yeah, no, terminal is that. Terminal is that, as the person said here. Either way, people need to learn their own language and terminology they're using. Dear God, Iron Mouse isn't blank to my knowledge. She is not terminal, and has never said she is. In fact, she's talked a few times about how she's actually doing better now than she was. She's actually healthy enough to now invite people to visit her. She's gotten way better because of the treatment she's been able to get. And yeah, there are people who have fake chronic illnesses. This person said here, but and there are people who have unfortunately passed away due to chronic illnesses. You can pass away from a chronic illness if it gets worse and it gets severe and acute to the point that it becomes terminal. It can happen. The one who faked it came first. Suppose Crohn's disease, even when experienced, didn't effing accuse the second one of cystic fibrosis. If doing so, you want to be the F head accusing someone suffering from not actually going through it. So what happened? The person who faked it was in constant drama, changing branding and accounts. And so yeah, you can tell sometimes, but it's usually best to, believe it. And in this case, there's no reason to not believe her from having a chronic illness. And I hate that they're actually assuming that she's saying she has terminal illness, which is just really, this is just messed up. And I'm glad everyone here agrees with the same thing. It's just, healthcare isn't free in America. That means these people are very ill, need money not to be ill. People are effing dumb. Yeah, I'm just going to leave it at that. It's just really, really low IQ takes from these people. Not the people that I'm reading here, but the original people up here. Low IQ takes on her situation. We're not in her shoes. She's not asking for money. In fact, she's going to be pausing memberships in order for people not to have to pay for anything they're not getting. So yeah, she's not doing this as, she's not saying, oh, I'm going to have a donathon soon to help with my chronic illness or anything like that. Even if she did, it wouldn't be bad, but she's not doing that. So this is blown way out of proportion. Ooh, subliminal messaging. Follow the squirrel. Subscribe to the squirrel. This is not a psyop. This is just me being a dumbass. Ooh, subscribe. Nijiiro Miyu, which I think is the way it's said, is a female independent VTuber, previously affiliated with Bonlife EN's YouTube branch, debuting in Generation 1 along Bajiru and other people. Here it's mentioned there. We're going to take a look at a unfortunate update. I say unfortunate because something had to have led to this decision that, usually it's a decision that most VTubers don't want to make. I have to think about it a lot. I've come to a decision to take an indefinite hiatus to go back to treatment to focus on my health. I've had a great 4, almost 5 years of being a sloth VTuber and hope that if everything works out, I can come back someday. So it's health related. That is very important. I absolutely back her in making this decision. I absolutely back her in making sure that she is healthy and that she takes care of herself. That is the most important thing. I've always mentioned this to everybody in my community. Always. Health is the most important thing. Thank you for everything. To those of you who supported me this past years, thank you so much. Thank you. You guys helped me through some of the most difficult times in my life, and I will be forever grateful for that. I had a lot of fun. VTubing brought a lot of joy and happiness that I would never have had otherwise. After losing my mom, it was really the only light in my life. I have a lot of regrets, but there are also a lot of happy memories too. I tried my best. I don't know if I'll return or not. It will likely be a really long time, but I hope if I do, we can have fun together again. And if not, then I hope, it was really nice to meet you. And to meet you, that's like meet you. Thank you for letting me be a sloth idol, even for a little while. From the bottom of my heart, thank you so much. My best wishes for her. I do absolutely hope that she is able to take care of herself and able to get better. That's what matters more than anything. Absolutely what matters is that she is able to get better in her health. And she will be back if she decides at that point in time that it is time to come back, and I hope we are able to see her soon. Idol Showdown has been pretty big. Has been around for a while now. It started, well, they started in November 2020. They started being on Twitter, but it's been around for at least, I think, a year or two at least, bare minimum. Because I do know, like, they've had Fauna, Marine, other people there. It's like an 8-bit, like, it's old school fighting type of thing. And they have a new update here. I mean, this is their old one, just kind of giving you an idea of what it is, the type of game that it is here. These are the type of fights you have here with Akirose, others in there. They have things in the back. They have tournaments. They've had tournaments with this one. I think Hololive even ran a tournament for their talents for Idol Showdown. They have things in the background, little hints, little teasers, little things in the back, just little fun things you can see there. And it's fun. You can see Aqua back there. You know, it's that type of fighting game. It does have a story as well, but it's that type of fighting game. It is a free game that you can find on Steam. You can play it for free. The reason why we're talking about anything right now is that Idol Showdown has decided to show off this here.
I wanna fight. I wanna be a fighter.
And there you go. Biboo is fighting.
Hey! Bye! Here we go! Boom! Beast! Yeah! Die!
So yeah, they take little clips and things of what you know, which parts they want to say, and they take clips usually from the actual fighting games. You have here more update teaser, new things arriving. They started in 2021. They started doing their stuff, and 2023 is when they came out, I believe, and that is the new thing here that they were showing there. This is the newest update that they have. These are all the fighters they currently have in their roster. And they are, Biboo says, I can't beeping wait, yippee. We can't wait either. OMG, Biboo potty mouth, did you get that from your mom? And continuing here, my masterpiece. If you remember these, you were a child of the 90s, or at least a teenager of the 90s and maybe early 2000s. Because this was a thing that was going on during that time. Everyone felt special when they could do these. Yeah, very, very glad that Biboo is getting something from Idol Showdown. Roca Rourin is a female English-speaking VTuber with Chroma Shift's Rebel unit. She used to be part of Endless, that was Idol EN. Now, Chroma Shift was bought. Idol EN was bought by Brave Group, became Chroma Shift. Chroma Shift was bought out by FTW Entertainment, and now they're the ones doing it. And this is through Variance Project, which is a project that has helps sculpt the universe, to share the world. They do different things with different groups, like you're seeing here, and they have all gemstones. Have you always wanted to say hey to your favorite rockstar Oshi? Now's your chance. Roca Rourin will be at the Variance Project booth 10L15 with their very own meet and greet on Saturday, May 30th at Dokomeet 2026. We're going here with taking a look at the other things that they have as well. And Roca Rourin saying, hi, I'm at Dokumi after all. There was, I guess, a little bit of wondering if they were going to be at Dokumi or not. But yes, they are actually going to be at Dokumi. So this is absolutely amazing for them. Very, very glad they're having this done. And very, very glad that they're having this opportunity. Looking for possibilities to go, leave at 5:30. And it would be 100% worth it. This is at Dusseldorf in Germany, by the way. Just letting you guys know. It's because it'll be a TwitchCon with the F. I want to go. I'm going to try our hardest to somehow score a Saturday ticket. Somehow. So people are looking forward to going. And anyone who does go is going to have fun with Roca. She has a new look as we're going to Riki Poppet, a female English-speaking VTuber, that's a part of Chroma Shift's Rebel unit. They were part originally of Idol EN's Wildfire, along with Daisy Dandelion, Sushi Soulstorm, and Yenny Youngblood. Now Rebel is only her, Taiga Toragami, and Roca Rourin. So they did they shifted everything, as the Chroma Shift says. They shifted everything with all the groups when it came to the old Idol EN. They have new units, and now they're a part of FTW Entertainment, which I think is why they're getting all this new stuff. So today we're talking about this. It says your Metal Queen is home, just in time with a new summer look. I'm back from a month-long hiatus. Are you ready? She did take a hiatus just, to be able to rest. Luckily, Chroma Shift did support her in that whole thing. And luckily, her community did wait. That's one of those fears that everyone has when they take hiatuses. That the community will not wait. The community will leave and find greener pastures. That is always a risk, of course. Always a risk. But it is better for people to take care of their health, mental health, regular health, whatever, than it is to wait and you know, make it harder for yourself in the end. And let's take a look here. Look.
I met a girl at 17. She meant the world to me.
So yeah.
Of the silence, the loneliness is haunting me. Thank you. Thank you, Alejo. Did I read that right?
That, I believe that is her home 3D, in-home 3D, because I'm not sure, well, I'm not sure if they have a actual place where they can do their 3D stuff outside of like big events. So in this case, I think this might be her in-home 3D, more than likely a VR headset type of thing, unless she, you know, went for like the $300 trackers and things like that, for that kind of stuff. It's possible to do that. I may do that in the future if I ever get money, but for now I can't. Either way, I don't have a big enough room for the tracking thingy, and I don't even know what the hell I would use the tracking for. But yeah, it would be interesting overall, of course.
Hold on, give me a sec. I feel like a dying cat. Sorry.
So she did her she has a really good voice when it comes to rock. She has that guttural scream that can happen with rock and roll and stuff like that. She does in metal. She does really good job with that. So of course, I'm very happy that she has this new look. Isaki Riona has announced her birthday at Birthday Festival 3D Live, and that's what we're going to be talking about right now. She is a member of Hololive device Flowglow, along with Kogane Nico, who recently returned, Mizumiya Su, Rindo Chihaya, and Kikirara Vivi. They are all wonderful girls doing a lot of work, doing a lot of wonderful things in the community, for their communities. And here we have their announcement, which is Hibiki Riona's, but this is Hibiki Riona, this is Saki Riona. You know how the translations go. First Birthday Festival 3D Live, 5/29 at 8 p.m. start. The title is The One and Only. Will deliver a one-of-a-kind stage. I'd be happy if you turn on notifications. This is what you have here. Looks like a big festival, an actual like big festival in the background there. People are already waiting for it. 36 waiting. It is 6 days from the time that I am doing this. By the time you guys see it, it's probably going to be 5 days. It's going to be on May 29th. So, you know, I usually record these things, as you know, record them before I actually put them out. And it's going to be 5 days from when it's going to happen. So, just letting you guys know. And that way, you guys can have an idea of what to look forward to. As you know, whenever these things get done, they're usually done very well. They are absolutely big events. Since she's in Japan, she might be using the actual studio for this event. A lot of times, like if they're not in Japan, they either fly over there, or if they don't, they usually have some kind of either VR chat type of studio type of thing, or they just have a VR headset, or some actual in-home studio stuff. Either way, it's going to be amazing to see all of this getting done. I'm glad that she is having this, of course. To do a off-road race, which is interesting to say the least. Blow those up. Why? Because we can. Took you that long to find it? Damn. I mean, if you don't use them very often, then yeah, use it. If you don't use it, you lose it. Same thing, like with reactions like this, and also with your PP. So make sure to use it whenever you can, or else you will lose your PP. Don't quote me on that. That is just Squirrel lore. That has nothing to do with actual reality. I'm sorry. Thank you guys for watching as always, and of course take a look, and if you enjoy everything, like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell notification icon, all those things that YouTube asks of you. Really do appreciate you. Have a wonderful day.